When I met Erros, I was training a bit, but not to what I am now. My body was, let's say, top heavy. It wasn't in good shape at all, very unhealthy. My eating habits were really wrong. I was eating at the wrong times, I was eating the wrong things, and I felt really sluggish and quite just slow. So when I met Erros, it was a brand new opening in my life. I'm heading on to 40, so I wanted to really change my life now before I got to that stage, because I feel like I was sort of slipping behind. I wanted to get back to being fit and healthy as when I was in my 20s. So when I met him, we started, and things just progressed rapidly. Biggest thing I felt was when before meeting Erros, I would, with breakfast, not cope with it very well, and I'd be quite sick in the morning. So I'd be having my mueslis and my cereals, my box cereals and my toast and that, and I wasn't dealing with that very well. The body was rejecting it. So I knew there was something not right with my body. So I knew I had to start really processing this and working out what was wrong with it. When I met Erros, we went straight onto a diet that would suit me to try and lose the weight and also get fitter, and that was cutting out a lot of those components, and I instantly felt amazing. A, more energy, B, I just felt a different person, and the weight started to drop off, which became fitter, and I could be stronger in the gym when we're doing our PT sessions. I finally learnt from Erros that when you train, it's about training as well, hard training, but it's also a lot to do with the diet, and when you eat, and when not just 3 meals a day, but little bits of meals per day, but having the right proteins, when to have the carbohydrates, what type of carbohydrates to have, and when not to have the carbohydrates with the correct proteins. So with all that balance, with the correct training, you start getting your body into shape and feel healthier with lots more energy. So by cutting out your refined sugars and your wheats, your breads, your grains, really helped my digestive systems, and my body just went from 0 to something really quickly. I am a father of 2 kids, and I wanted to set a really good example. My son's just turning 8 this week, so he is quite vulnerable at the moment. He's right into his sports and AFL, so I really want to keep up with him. I wasn't doing that. I wanted to set a good example for them. Also, with this process, you have to be quite goal-orientated and diligent with your diet and your training, and you'd have to give up things, but in the long run it is a good thing. So by setting that example for them, they get to see that doing that in their academic level, in their sporting level, and they get to eat the right foods like I'm eating. So my 2-year-old is coming off wanting steamed chicken and spinach off my plate and think it's amazing, and it's so much better for her than having lollies or biscuits and things like that. So I wanted to set a good example, and they're hopefully on the right way for when they get older to not have to go through what I went through. So the process that I have gone through is, it was gradual, and we wanted to make sure that my body was slowly decreasing in weight and increasing in strength and increasing in muscle size to what naturally my body can cope with. But I always wondered how you see the front of a magazine of how those guys get to looking like amazing. So I wanted to take my body to the nth degree. So Erros and I worked out that we could push it as far as we could go. Well, I think as far as I can go. So I wanted to do a photo shoot to sort of represent of what I was to what I am now. So the process was to really, the last probably good 2 months, 3 months, was really quite goal-orientated and diligent on my food and my training. So I really want to really push it really hard, push the body as much as I could. I've never done anything like that in my life. I've thoroughly enjoyed every experience along the way, and I've just learnt so much by doing what I've done, and my body feels so much better. It is stretched to the limit right now, which is great, and now I know how far it can go, so it's a goal achieved. If there's people out there, especially my age or anyone I suppose, and you want to train with Erros, or anyone I suppose, it's a matter of fact of getting off your butt and going doing it, and I totally guarantee you'll be so energized and satisfied with your life in all aspects, not just training and health, but everything. It just opens up everything, and I'm so glad that I've done it, like to where I am today. It's the best thing I've done. I would recommend the Erros services to everyone. I have mentioned him to a lot of my friends, and I own a cafe, and a lot of guys down there know him and respect him, and I just think it's amazing how they've transformed my body. They have seen my body from when I was, cafe person, not the most healthiest, and now to where I am now. And I was even getting text messages this morning saying, good luck, congratulations on your achievement. So it's great. So, if you want to achieve that, Erros is your man.